Hey guys, so it's been a while. I know I haven't uploaded anything recently. That's because I broke my leg in October, unfortunately. And I'm still recovering from it, so I won't be able to skate for a while. Hopefully I am cleared soon though. But in the meanwhile, I picked up another hobby that does relate to skateboarding. I've been learning how to cut my own wood shapes, my own deck shapes and all that. And, drill my own bolt holes, all that jazz. And I'm still in the process of learning. But, I'm getting there. And who knows, in the future, I'll probably sell them, because I do have some bills to pay. And it is a fun hobby, but it is quite heavy on the wallet. Anyways, today I want to talk about the Pseudo Polarizer that I've made. There should be a better name for it, but I can't really think of one. So anyways, for those who don't know, the Polarizer, it's a concept created by Neil Blender, where you basically cut a board, like very skinny, so kind of like the one I have here. Then you flip it upside down, so it's on the convex side instead of the concave, so basically where your board graphic would be. Then you attach roller skates onto the bottom, and then you just shred it around like a really cool cruiser board. And the whole purpose of this is to mimic the pumping and carve of slalom boards. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But basically, it's like the 60s to 70s skateboards where you could really like carve and turn. And slalom is like downhill where those skaters set up cones and then just have to like carve in between them. This gives the board a convex and a rocker, so it means that the board is an upside down U instead of the U shape, like standard popsicle shape. So, to show what I mean, there's a video of the UK world record holder Martin Sweeney and his board, which I describe, and I'll leave that video in the description. Anyways, I wanted to document myself doing this, creating this board. I don't really have a video of it, but I do have some images and I can describe what I went through and what went well and what went wrong. So if you decide to make this your own, just don't follow my mistakes. So the first thing I did was attach a unfolded manila folder to the board I was using, which was an old Altamire's board, and I attached it using the mounting holes and then traced out the entire shape using a magazine and a piece of wood as guides. This was a mistake. What I should have done was just only draw half of the shape, fold that in half, and then just cut it out, so I have a more symmetrical shape. The way I did it resulted in a very asymmetrical shape, and that required a lot of fixing like after I cut it, which I'll get into more a bit. So then after I cut out the shape from the folder, I traced the shape onto the deck and I went with cutting. Now it was my first time using a jigsaw, and I messed up by pushing the jigsaw too fast and not securing the boot onto the deck. So this resulted in a very uneven cuts, very messy, and the cuts on the edge of the board were like angled. So instead of just straight up, they were sometimes like at an angle, different angle, or straight. So it was very, very messy. So a couple days later, I used a pencil compass to fix some of the outlines on the nose and tail so I could make them smaller and also straighten out the lines, my guide, so which I'll cut. Then I got the jigsaw again, fixed up most of my cuts. And this just resulted in a lot more patience by pushing the jigsaw slower and just carefully sanding down my edges. And this was the result. It wasn't perfect. By no means is it perfect, but it's not bad for a first time, and I've definitely learned a lot from this wood cutting process. So the parts I put on it were Indy 10.9s, mini logo bearings, OJ Super Juices 60mm 78A, half-inch mini logo risers, and Bones soft bushings. Now, I know that's why I call it a pseudo riser, because it's not a real polarizer since I'm not using roller skate trucks. That is going to be in the future, but the indies and all that were simply just more accessible to me. But in the meantime, in the future I will be using roller skate trucks for a real polarizer. Anyways, since I can't skate right now, I had my friend try it out, and it went pretty well. It's performing pretty much how I wanted it to. And then turn it to its side.
takes some getting used to. Yeah.
So you think the shape helps, you know, like the convex and all?
Oh yeah, it feels beautiful on the carbs, man. It feels like a snowboard, actually. It's awesome. And then, I guess.
Haha, no.
This is hard to recover from when you're leaning too far back.
Yeah. So I don't have the board on me right now because I'm letting my friend field test it for a couple weeks. But so far, it's looking great. Just carving, pumping, doing exactly what I wanted to. And so far, that performance that little board is giving is something I couldn't do on a regular board. So just keeping up speed and maintaining it by just flat ground pumping. And this was definitely a neat little project. So, as I've already showed this deck, I'm going to set this guy up with the roller skate trucks. Just an old hockey deck that I cut down. I'm not changing the wheelbase or anything. Just cutting out all the extra unnecessary wood. And as I already showed before, I am going to start cutting bigger shapes. This isn't the only shape I'm going to cut. I have some other shapes I have planned, such as like a punk point deck, or something like something maybe like a night hammer, but that's probably complicated. Anyways, I just have a lot of ideas happening in the works right now, and I'll make sure to keep you guys tuned. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one.